Okay, so welcome to the very first episode of our 7-part deep dive. Every Targaryen in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms explained. I'm seriously so excited about this because, oh my gosh, we're finally getting into the Targaryens from Duncan Egg, and we're kicking it all off with Aegon v. Targaryen. You might know him as Egg. Yeah, that Egg. So here's the deal. This story takes place in between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, and it's based on George R.R. Martin's Duncan Egg novellas. It's all about this knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his squire, who just so happens to be a secret Targaryen prince. Super casual, right? Now, Aegon V, he's the fourth son of King Maekar, the first Targaryen. But get this, instead of growing up in some royal palace, Egg is out here pretending to be a stable boy. I mean, what? He ends up becoming Duncan's squire, and the two of them go on these wild adventures all across Westeros. So instead of seeing the Targaryen world through a Crown and Dragon lens, we get to see it from, like, the muddy roads. It's a whole new angle. Honestly, Egg is different. He's not your typical Targaryen. He's kind, thoughtful, and super down to earth. Like, he really sees the world through the eyes of regular people, which is rare, especially for someone with dragon blood. Duncan teaches him a lot too, about being just, brave, and honestly human. Now here's the twist. Egg was never supposed to be king. Never. But after a bunch of tragic deaths in the family, there's this big council, and they pick him, the guy who was never even in the running. That's why they called him Aegon the Unlikely. Oh, and remember Maester Aemon from Game of Thrones? That's his brother. He actually turned down the crown and said Egg would make a better king. Like, wow. In the new series, Egg's being played by Dexter Saul Ansel. He's only 9, but he already killed it as young President Snow in The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Can't wait to see him as Egg. Alright, that's episode 1. Stay tuned for the next one, where we break down the next Targaryen in the lineup.